we kind of realized that dating and interviewing is almost the same thing.
Yeah. I saw you put yourself out there so many times, and I'm like, I would probably get like rejected from one job and just cry for a week. What's wrong with me?
Well, and that's the thing is like, I know so many people are out there in the same boat, but like, don't get discouraged because there's a lot out there.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, I'm MJ.
And I'm Bree.
Welcome to Keeping It Casual,
A sex-positive dating and relationship advice podcast.
Yes, I'm married with 2 kids.
And I'm navigating this crazy dating world.
We're just here to share our drama.
And the wild stories of our listeners.
Your Vegas girls are here for you.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. We are posted up in the very sensual sex dungeon that is Bree's room.
That gets no sex.
Gets a lot of action though.
I want action tonight.
It gets a lot of action thanks to our girls from Like a Kitten. Am I right?
Yes, thank you, Like a Kitten. And guess what? Because it's my birthday month, it is fucking everybody's birthday month.
Damn right. We're going to be gifting this month's winner a Like a Kitten Zodiac birthday box, which is pretty much just a fun horoscope birthday box for you. And it has, of course, a motorized toy and tons of sensual products. So make sure that you're rating and reviewing on Apple Podcast. Our winners announced the last Wednesday of every month.
Okay, so you got a new car.
I did. You guys, I just came from a dealership. It's bossy as fuck.
She is big pimping over here. Like, it was funny because I'm driving behind this big SUV, and I was like, she was on my side of town buying a car, and I was driving back home, and I was like, wait, am I behind you? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, let me get in front of you. Just follow me home.
I rolled down the window and gave her my biggest boss babe smile, like, what's up?
And I was like, did 50 Cent own that vehicle before? Because what the hell? She got big pimping vehicle.
It is. It's so special. I haven't had something this big till I was like 24. And it was kind of like side piece car because like, you know, I was single and could have fun hookups and go on road trips and everything.
Yeah.
It's that kind of big ride. So
it is a big ride, but you have now it's your family car with the dog and the 2 kids and the Chris.
Oh yeah. So got the puppy and it's a fucking Great Dane and it's a giant. So I was like, so we need a car that we can fit the kids and a baby dinosaur in the back.
When when you told me you got a Great Dane, I was like, why did you buy a horse?
This is Chris's dream. I was like, I'm going to sleep on it. And I was like, sleeping on it. And he woke up and he's like, okay, you ready to go get the thing? And I was like, you know what? No. No, not fucking happening. And then a couple hours later, he kind of bugged at me about it again. I was like, you know what? He doesn't get his way too much, so I'm going to let him have it.
Oh.
So, even though I'm the one up all night with it. Remember how I'm like, oh, I just want to get back into my waking up early and doing that. Guess who wakes me up plenty early every morning before the kids?
Pup.
Yeah. But it's like a good half hour before I'm ready to be up. It's like just too early.
What does she wake you up at? 3:30 in the morning?
Still black outside, 5:15. And I want to get up at like 5:45 to 6. And it's dark as hell. And it's cold now, you know, at that time.
I'm going to have to start waking up at 5 a.m. so I don't feel bad for you.
Oh, my God. And yeah, can we please spin that into your news?
I got a job, everybody.
We got a job. I'm so excited for you.
I'm excited too. I was only unemployed for 3 months, but I haven't been in an office in 7 months.
Oh, my God.
I don't know how to be around people anymore.
Are you ready for this?
I mean, I have to be. I mean, there's no other like choice in the matter.
I think you're going to do it awesome. And here's the thing too. I saw you going on many interviews and you were like every day hustling. You were like on Indeed and getting
on
your
LinkedIn.
Where did you find this, like for people out there looking, like where did this end up panning out for you?
Indeed. I found this one on Indeed, but guys, keep your LinkedIn page pretty up to date. This is something that I got a call from the company I was working for, general manager of a different city. Still don't know how he got my information.
And can we say in New Orleans, one of your favorite dream cities?
In New Orleans. Still don't know how he got my info, but it was like I was like, all right. He was like, "What's up? Hey, guy, you looking for a job?" And I was like, "What? A little bit, but not there. But yeah, but where? What job is it?
Yeah.
If it's the right job, I would move to a different city and we'd figure this out long distance.
Of course,
but it wasn't the right
right now.
It was not the right job to move to a new city.
Is it the right time to move to a new city? I mean, if you have to, I guess, but.
If you have to, you have to. Yeah. But like, you also got to move for the right job.
So you're saying your LinkedIn page was like putting you out there.
My
as
LinkedIn
well?
page wasn't doing shit because I didn't have anything on it because I
Oh.
didn't care about LinkedIn. I looked at it as Facebook for old people, which is really what it is.
But it's an extremely good networking thing. Like,
It really is.
you want to
So
be looked at as a professional.
Yeah.
Pimp out your LinkedIn.
that's what he said to me. He was like, "Why don't you have a headshot on your LinkedIn? Why don't you have anything on your LinkedIn?" And I was like, "Oh, because I downloaded it for school, but I never did anything with it." And he goes, "It's 2020. I don't trust anybody who doesn't have a LinkedIn page."
Oh.
And we've been talking here and there back and forth, but I'm not moving to New Orleans, guys.
Yeah.
I just signed an employee contract, so I'm kind of locked in for a little bit.
I like
so.
it. You know what's funny too is when, because me being more in media and, stuff, when I went for this TV gig, it was like back in 2010, right?
Yeah.
And I was still learning to do website stuff. And the girl was like, "Do you have a website?" And I'm like, "I mean, I know how to blog and stuff." And she's like, "You don't have a website." And I'm like, "Where's my resume?" And like, I'd done all these radio things, but I didn't have my own personal website. She's like, "It's 2010. Get your own website." So
Oh.
there's more tips for the interviewing professional.
Yeah, I guess if you're going for media and you're bringing up personality, yeah, you definitely need your own website.
Sure.
If you're like marketing and stuff,
Right. That's kind of a LinkedIn thing,
Yeah,
right?
that's a LinkedIn
These are
thing.
things you have to have your online buttoned up. I saw you get really excited about some positions and then some were like, I don't know how I felt about it. But you have some really fun examples of, sorry, that was like, it sounds like ice dropping in a glass.
I thought there was a monster coming out of your phone for a second. I was like, did Vivian just burp in your phone? What is that?
Well, every time I get a text now, it sounds like somebody just dropped ice in a cup. It's Vivian picked it out. Anyways.
Yeah, of course, I knew it was a Vivian sound. That's how much Vivian and I know each other. We kind of realized that dating and interviewing is like almost the same thing.
Yeah. I saw you put yourself out there so many times and I'm like, I would probably get like rejected from one job and just cry for a week and be like, well, what's wrong with me?
Well, and that's the thing is like, I haven't searched for a job in 10 fucking years. I've had a steady job for 10 years.
Yeah.
And I know so many people are out there in the same boat, but like, don't get discouraged because there's a lot out there.
Yeah, and there's a lot of different things that you maybe get your hopes up on something, but
Yeah.
it's not the right fit for some reason.
Exactly.
You get ghosted,
I've been ghosted by some employees who were like, I went on an interview where me and this woman, we were vibing so hard together. We were talking about tarot cards. She loved my tattoos. I'm at a position now where I can have no visible tattoos, so I am going to be in fucking sweaters and blazers every day.
Thank
like,
God you're rolling into
y'all.
fall.
y'all.
Rolling into
it's
fall,
kinda
y'all.
Sucking summertime out here. Yeah, we were vibing this and that, and I sent her, pro tip, always send a follow-up email. Sent her my follow-up email, heard nothing.
Not even like a respond back.
Mm-mm.
How soon did you send your follow-up email?
Within 24 hours.
Okay, and what is in a follow-up email? Like just for some
Well, for somebody
suggestions.
who needs to know, what you would send in a follow-up email, you would thank them for their time. It's really a thank you email. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to interview me.
people want to feel appreciated.
They do. So something like that. Thank them, sell yourself, thank them again, sign off.
Yeah.
Why are you great for this job?
Now that you've been in there and you've met them, I really love that your company does this.
Exactly.
and
Say so.
makes
Why
me
are
excited
you
about it.
excited about the company?
Now that you've met them.
Yeah.
That's a great tip.
Yeah. You can do that with dating too. Had a really fun night tonight. Thought we had great conversation. Would love to see you again.
Is it too soon that night? Maybe the next day?
That night I always just text, I'm home safe. Had fun tonight.
Yeah. That's casual. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't want to be too pushy on any situation, but I think these are some nice casual
But
reminders.
Dating and interviewing, you're selling yourself to people. Doesn't matter either or. You are selling yourself to somebody you don't know.
And I remember you called me on the way home. You're like, I'm so excited about this one. I really loved it. It was just all this and this and this. And I was excited for you. And then, and then things don't, all of a sudden they ghost you. And you're like, what the fuck? And I'm sure this has happened on dates where you're like, man, we were popping. We were having the best time. And then you don't hear from them anymore.
So many times.
Right?
So many times.
And you know
on
what?
dating.
It can really crush your spirit.
It can
crush the hell out of you.
I went on a job interview / audition where they told me I was one of the best people who has ever interviewed / auditioned for this company. Never heard back from them.
Did she give up? No.
And you know what? And this is another thing, guys, out there that I've realized. I thought I was going to have to end up taking a pay cut. I didn't.
Yeah.
In fact, I got a pay increase.
I love that.
And so this job,
Fuck
this job that I actually got and just signed all my employee stuff for, I left the interview and I called you because we had to do something that day. And she went, so how you feeling about it? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
And holy shit, like they loved me there. Like,
yeah.
I went in for a second interview and the man who is now going to be my boss went to the head of HR and said, do not let her leave without signing an employee contract.
Nice.
Or without offering her the position, basically.
Yeah. And see, that's another example of like being on a date and you're like, I don't really know how he felt about me, or I don't know how it went. Maybe they were fucking nervous, or maybe they were just trying to take in all that you were, you know? So I feel like watching you go on these interviews and just continuing to do it, like no big deal. And you get excited about things, but you don't want to get too excited. And it just working out is just so special to see. It's a reminder. It's
also,
a reminder to keep trying.
I've realized that I am overly dressed on a lot of interviews.
Yeah. Well, there was that one leggings company.
Yeah, there was like a leggings company, and I understood they were selling leggings.
But still, what was the one girl wearing? Shorts.
Workout shorts.
And a tank
top.
Well, you know how we feel about shorts in the workplace. We had a whole episode about it.
When you're like HR or the person interviewing somebody, you should still, even if you're wearing leggings with like a nicer top and
not athletic shoes.
Not athletic shoes.
You can do leggings and boots.
You can
it's
dress
totally
leggings up and it's fine. You can wear flats with it.
I was just about to say flats.
Oh, I was so frustrated. I was like in a fucking pencil dress, heels, and a business suit, and I walked into this chaotic office and she was in shorts. Don't wear shorts to your interview. Don't wear shorts on your first fucking date unless you guys are going to the pool on your first date.
Don't be interviewing people in shorts. Get your shit together too,
and don't
lady.
interview people in shorts. Don't wear shorts in the workplace unless you work at a gym.
UPS?
I mean, yeah, but even those are like nicer shorts. You know what I mean? Like if you work at the fucking... If you work at EOS Fitness and you are my trainer, then you can wear shorts.
Yeah.
Or if you were a lifeguard and you
need a peacock all over the place. You're my trainer, okay? It's my day.
Yeah.
just wear your leggings.
Or if you're like a lifeguard and you need to wear your swim trunks to work, like fine. But god damn it, if you work in an office, don't wear fucking shorts to work.
God.
I have this thing about shorts.
I know.
Anyway.
Knees can be assaulting sometimes.
Well, if
like,
you're a bartender,
if
you're like a bartender at a cute country club and you're wearing little Daisy Dukes and a tie-up little, you know, if you're like a Gillies girl or something.
You know when you can own shorts. If you question, should I wear shorts to work today? The answer is no.
If you question, is this too short? The answer is yes. I've been feeling very awkward about it, like going in business professional clothing to an interview, because that's what I was always taught to do. So I say in a first date, obviously you can be insanely overdressed, like don't wear a fucking ball gown, but always look nice on your dates. Don't be showing up with like a wrinkly shirt and like messed up. This is mostly for dudes, because let's be real here,
don't be the dude that came straight from the gym, which we know a situation where that happened, and I already gave him a talking to. I was like, why would you show up straight from the gym? Well, I don't know. I was like, that's gross. Like fucking shower and change, okay?
Yes. Oh yeah.
If you don't have time to shower, I think you need to reorganize your life before your date. Like at least clean yourself
up.
Well,
I mean, this year aside, you could take a shower at the gym beforehand, and if you're a dude, you don't have to primp a lot.
You're gonna have to do the Cuban shower and just do the baby wipes and change your clothes at least.
And as women, we know we're not going to go to the gym before we go on a date. We're going to give ourselves hours of time to get ready.
Or if we do, we shower and get ready at the gym, because that's how we roll.
Yeah. But yeah, just make yourself look nice. Like if you're just going to a bar for drinks, it's okay to wear jeans and like cute heeled boots and like a nice, like a cool band tee or something. Like there are ways to do it, ladies and gentlemen.
Do better.
Do better. Men, do better.
Step it up that one extra notch that you would on it. Say I love wearing jeans and like my cute sandals and like a rocker tee. If I was going on a date, I might throw on heels with that look.
Yeah.
That would be me taking it up just a notch.
You wear your cool new hat.
I throw on this badass new black floppy hat that Bree gave me. I'm like, I'm wearing this now. I wish you could see it while I It gives me a little edge while I podcast.
It does give her a little
Gives me a
edge.
little accent.
It's going to be her big pimpin' hat for her new car.
I was like, this is going to be a new car hat. Let's put this on. I'm going for a drive.
I gave her some new boots too, and I was like, actually, they look fly as hell with those jeans you have on. And she put them on immediately, and I was like, I was right.
I know. I'm fucking pimping.
You are pimping. Yeah, so actually... Another thing with dating and interviews, people will say things just to see what your expression and what your reply is.
Oh my God. I love this so much. When she told me that one of her interviews did this, I was like, are you kidding me? That's funny.
Okay, so what happened was they were saying, okay, well, you know, you have to do a background check. And I was like, okay, fine. And we have to do a drug test. And I was like, okay, fine. Do you need me to get my fingerprints done too? And he looked at me and he goes, we don't drug test. I just said that to see your reaction. He was like,
funny.
never mind. Like,
so what does that tell us all? If somebody says some shit like that, you start sweating, or
that means you ain't getting that job.
Damn right. Like, just kind of like, even if they say something like, well, you're gonna have to do this, just be like, okay, cool. You know,
just be cool. If you can't pass,
cool.
If you can't pass a drug test, then like
don't let them know at that moment.
Yeah, don't let them know at that moment.
There's ways.
Yeah.
How big's your window? Get that now? Okay.
It took me a second. I was like, wait, what? How
long of a window you got there?
No, for real. Like, yeah, how long is that window? Can I put the shampoo on my head?
Yeah.
I need somebody to pee in a condom?
Yeah, what do we got to do here? But I like that. It was like, kind of play it cool, because I was like, I can't believe he said that you got to take a drug test. He's like, nah, just play it. I want to see the look on your face.
Yeah, and I was just like, all right. Been sitting at home for 7 months. What the hell? I mean, I guess sitting at home for 7 months, you could probably
like
get into some
doing
nonsense.
acid and just like rolling on ecstasy all over the house. But
then you would have to see somebody to get all the drugs too. So there's no socially distanced drug deal anymore.
Yeah,
you know?
no, you feel like this is so wrong. This is beyond wrong.
So there's that's a whole nother thing. Like,
say you're on a first date and somebody's like, maybe they're in between jobs, or maybe there's things that you feel a little iffy about, that they say. Down the line, it could not make or break a person. Sometimes you think you know what you want. You have these ideals. You have these things on paper that are maybe be deal breakers for you. But in the back of your head, you're like, this person isn't so bad and they might be worth it. Yeah. So just take that into consideration when people say things. So if somebody says like, oh, I live with my 2 roommates because I got kicked out of my last apartment or something, don't be like, oh, you're gross and I hate you. You know what I mean? Like, feel it out. Like, be like, okay, be a little open and receptive to people and just kind of feel out their things that might shock you, because you never know. They might turn out to be awesome.
Exactly. You might fall in love and then they might be wrong for you, but that's okay. That's my business. That's my personal problems of trying to date even the guys I'm like, I don't know about this.
Yeah.
You don't have a day job.
I really admire your resilience, because and even with dating, you've always been like that. You're like, it didn't really work out, but I'm still going. I'm going to still try it. And it takes a very thick skin and a lot of balls to just continue to put yourself out there, whether it's for a job or for dating. I just think it just shows me after 3 months, and that's a long time when it comes to things that you're searching daily. You're on those apps daily. You're on those search job websites daily. 3 months is a long fucking time, and that roller coaster of like getting your hopes up and then getting crushed can make you just not want to do anything. So look at Bree and be inspired, because I am.
Boss up and change your life. Get your LinkedIn's ready and get your Hinge pages ready, because shit's about to change.
Damn right.
We're still socially distancing, so go on those social distance Zoom dates.
People are kind of like leaning into this new lifestyle now because we don't have a choice, and we've kind of been we're more submissive to it now. So we do have options to put yourself out there and not be so worried anymore. But speaking of putting yourself out in the world, we got a really interesting feedback email, and because I was like, oh, Bree, we got this email. She's like, I read it, so I want you to read it because I need to hear the story unfold.
Can I tell you a secret? It's Libra season!
Oh, yeah. We all got this friend, right? They are deep in the astrology game. I like my girl Bree here.
Yes, I am, because it's my birthday month. October 20th, if you want to send me anything. And guess what? So are our partners at Like a Kitten. They just hooked me up with the Libra birthday box, and it speaks to my Libra love language. And yes, they have them for every sign.
That's right. They don't just do the seasonal subscription boxes filled with essential products and one motorized toy. They've just launched a line of sex toys, and I'm loving my hidden treasure.
And I can't wait to get the Fly Me to the Moon. Just like Goldilocks said, it looks just right. right.
Seriously, class and sensuality all the way is what Like a Kitten's all about. You got to check out the website at likeakitten.com.
Besides the gift of self-love, there are so many options to spoil your friends with a little bit of naughty and a little bit of luxury in every box.
This is why she's the queen of gift giving. And you can be too. Get 20% off the whole site using our code Keepers20 at checkout at likeakitten.com.
And if you want to peek in the box, check out our website, keepingitcasualpodcast.com, for some fun unboxing videos.
That's right. So don't forget, use that code at checkout, 20% off. Keepers20 at likeakitten.com.
Now back to the show. Hey girls, first off, I want to say love the show! Exclamation point.
Mwah.
Love you too. My name is Quinn and I live in Dallas, Texas. Happy
Oh.
birthday month to Bree.
Yes.
Thank you.
Happy birthday. She's living it up all month. Keep 'em coming.
Yes, I listen weekly and I turned my friend from work on to you ladies. It's also her birthday month.
Oh, hey, friend.
Hi, friend. You don't have a name. You're just friend. I just wanted to share something crazy that happened at her birthday last year. I wanted to send this sooner because I remember you all talking about sharks swimming in your sea of dicks.
Oh, my God.
God, that was like a year ago.
Wasn't that talking about like...
It was a very specific woman that I had found on social media, and I couldn't figure out why she knew so many of the same people I knew.
And dudes.
And it was all dudes, and one of them told me he had hooked up with her.
Oh, and another
and
one
I
you
saw
had
her
dated.
flirting with the guy. I had dated 3 of them.
Okay, yeah. Okay, definitely a shark. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I remember. Yes.
I
yes,
was
yes.
like, and then she was flirting with the guy I was like currently like still talking to, and I was like, who is this bitch?
Yeah, right? You too close. You're too close to the shore.
And she knew like one of my mentors, and I was like, who the fuck is this person? Anyway,
Okay.
I remember you all talking about sharks swimming in your sea of dicks, but I didn't get around to it. The holiday season was crazy, and then 2020 has been very 2020. I agree with you.
Right.
Then I heard it was Bree's birthday month, and I was reminded of this story. So let's start off by saying I am married and I have a 5-year-old son with my husband. We don't
Aw.
socialize much with our coworkers, but my friend at work was having an adults-only birthday party last year, and my husband and I decided to have a date night.
Yeah.
My other coworker was talking about bringing this new guy she was dating. She was super into him and talked about him often.
Mm-hmm.
She showed up to the party, and as soon as I saw her date, my heart dropped to my stomach. Her new dude was the man who shattered my heart. He was the last relationship I had right before I met my husband.
No fucking way.
Yes.
Damn.
My husband was actually supposed to be my rebound, but 8 years later, here we are.
Oh my God.
I felt so much anger towards my coworker for bringing my ex to the party and for dating my ex. She didn't know he was my ex, so why the fuck was I mad?
Oh my God. Because you're there with your man, you're like, this fucker, you shouldn't be allowed to party.
You shouldn't be anywhere.
I hate you.
I
Whoa.
actually, because when we ran into my ex earlier this year, I was like, just the rage of 1,000 fiery suns came upon me, and I was like, how dare you be in the same casino as
How
me?
dare you be at work?
Yeah, right? How dare you?
How dare
You
you
should have
be-
left already.
Dare you be at your place of employment, you fucker.
Well, he actually should not have been there. He because we showed up hours after he should have been gone.
Fuck
but
that guy.
Fuck that guy. Anyways, but yes, I understand that.
Yeah. Irrational anger. It's just a part of being a woman. Yep.
Or
No worries.
just living. I'm sure men have it too. As soon as my ex saw me, everyone could tell we knew each other. I tried to play it cool and smile and say hey, but he was awkward and fidgety.
I wonder if it was just like, oh, hey, or it was just like, oh, hi. Like, what is your approach to that? Like, do you act like you know them? Do you not act like you know them?
I have
What's
this vision of me because I didn't get to do this last time. but,
God,
like,
what would be? You could.
I
think, like, how would you
I
act?
waved a finger at my ex because he waved at me. You didn't see this, but he fucking waved at me, and that's what made me mad. I saw him, and I was like trying to avoid him, and then he waved at me, and I was like, how dare you wave at me, you fucker. So I waved one finger at him as if that was like,
I know.
but I have this like,
You duty head.
yeah, I have this like vision in my head that he'll come up and talk to me one day, and I'll be like, I'm sorry, I don't have any spare change.
I'm sure she still has shower fights.
Actually, I have shower fights with somebody and I don't like this person. That's who I have shower fights with. Fuck that person.
I'll have like negotiations in my shower with people that I'm like, I wish I would have said this or I would have done this. And I'm like, yeah. And then I'm like all worked up. I'm like, what's wrong with me?
But most of the time in the shower, I have my Kegel balls in, so I'm like,
Really?
yes. I'm like, all right, tighten it,
Actually,
tighten it.
pretty good idea.
Getting good for sex, getting good for sex. Anyways, let's finish this advice
Yes,
email.
yes. I'm sorry.
I tried to play it cool and smile and say hey, but he was awkward and fidgety. They ended up leaving super early, and then the following Monday at work, my coworker came into my office. She told me that he told her he was my ex and he felt super awkward seeing me with my husband because he knows how poorly he treated me. I would love to say that after me he had some sort of self-reflection and treated her better, but he played the same games. He ended up breaking her heart too. And now anytime she meets someone interesting, she shows me his photo to see if I have also dated him.
I fucking love that. God, I would just think of like, do I act like I know him? Do I pretend I don't know him? Like, what is the etiquette here? Could you like, do I make my friend uncomfortable?
I'm big at like acting like you don't know somebody.
I think I would be too. Okay, so this reminds me of this crazy story. So this guy, and the fucking thing is that I didn't accidentally run into him once, but twice. Twice. Okay, so met this guy one night. This was my early 20s, guys. Met this guy one night, and it was a situation where it was like, remember we had the episode, did anything ever stop you dead in your tracks before having sex?
That guy?
No, this is a different one.
Oh, okay.
And it just reminded me of all of these things.
I'm like, fuck that guy. Ugh.
God. The sad thing is that he has one of two names and I can't remember which one it is. So I'm like, is his name this or is it this? I don't remember. That's how much of impression he made on me. Anyways, we got drunk. We ended up going back to my house and partially hooking up. But he like shaved his chest and like the stubble was coming in. And I just remember kind of like making out and the stubble was scratching my chest so intense. I was like, we just gotta stop. Like, this is not happening. Like, you're scratching my chest. I'm all red and blotchy. Like,
Yeah.
just stop. You know, this is not going any further. So no sex. You know what I mean? I couldn't even get there. So fast forward maybe like a few months later and I'm going to Lake Mead with my girlfriend and she's like dating this guy and we're going to go on his boat and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm like, okay, cool. You know? So we meet them at the gas station. I remember just like leaving her car at the gas station. We're all going to hop in their car and drive to Lake Mead together with the boat. And as soon as we get out of the car, like I hop in this SUV and the boat's loaded up. I'm like, cool, let's get ready to go. Who jumps in the front seat?
No fucking way.
This guy. And I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? And I'm like, and so it was kind of awkward. I remember him kind of smiling and staring at me, but because we had like the briefest encounter. It was like a messy, drunken, didn't go anywhere. It was not very respectful on my end, I think.
You were like, you will pay attention.
I'm like, no, I was like, you're scratching me. Ew, go home. Like, anyways,
I love you.
Anyways, so I remember like sitting there and he's kind of looking at me in the rearview mirror and I'm like, oh my God, is this that guy? And I'm like, oh, it is that guy. So we're like on the boat. So I eventually told her and she's like, oh my God, you guys hook up? I was like, I think we kissed or something, but it wasn't no big deal, right? And he was just really nice to me. He was a nice guy. I'll say that. He was nice. He was respectful to me the whole time. And I was like, no big deal. But I felt uncomfortable. I was like, this is ridiculous. But I don't think she ended up dating him because it was just too weird for her. She's like, he's kind of a dork. I was like, he's kind of sucks. So now we're fast forwarding maybe 5-6 years down the line, okay? Later in my 20s. And I go to a Halloween party but with one of our coworkers that you know. Remember Elton?
Oh, yeah.
Elton. Yeah. And we go with one of my girlfriends and we're going to like his buddy's Halloween party. And I'm like, cool, let's go do this. So we show up at the Halloween party. It's this fucking guy's Halloween party. He opens the door in like a robe, like he was like a Hugh Hefner. And he's like, what's up? And I'm like in my Bjork costume. You guys, I have the most phenomenal Bjork costume that ever happened. It was custom made. Her in the white swan dress. Like, this guy must not have made the most impression on me because I'm like, is this the guy? Like, why do I keep fucking running into this? Yes, it was the same guy again, but still, he was hospitable toward me. He was very nice to me. He never made me feel uncomfortable or weird. I was like, I can't believe this. This is just too weird.
So,
Jesus.
I'm actually really happy you told me that story. That's hilarious.
I can't believe it happened. It was too bizarre, but he was super nice about it, but I was just not attracted to him. And I don't like being scratched by chest stubble. That I remembered. I don't remember him much, but I remember that feeling in that moment. I was like, this is not going any further.
Here's the thing is like, I've had guys who I've like had little flings with that didn't make impressions on me, that they'll text me and then text me pictures of them and I'm like, are you sure? I don't think so.
It was a wild time in the Vegas 20s, guys.
Yes, it is. Guys, I don't know. but it's okay.
Yeah, these things happen. But well, thank you to Quinn for writing in.
Thank you, Quinn,
shout out
and thank you to
Dallas.
friend. Quinn's friend.
Quinn and friend. Yes.
Quinn and friend.
We appreciate you guys. Okay. Oh, before we go, we have to shout out some of our patrons.
Oh shit! Sorry.
My favorite one was from Alice. I'll start with her because she said, after I listened to your episode last week, she goes, I wrote down the questions that you guys played, and me and my friend did a little video chatted over Zoom. They did the questions that we did in the episode, and she said we loved it so much that we were like, fuck it, let's just sign up for Patreon and get the whole game. So I was like, yes!
So thank you for being a patron.
Shout out Alice, sorry.
Yeah. And then Sarah and Lisa.
Big shout out to Lisa. Thank you so much.
Thank you all so much for being patrons.
We're doing fun things. We're doing specialty podcasts. We're doing free merch. We're doing really fun games. So we're trying to give you a bonus content. So check it out if you like to join the Babe Squad. And thank you to our new patrons. We love you so much.
And at the $5 level, you get a specialty podcast once a month. Drop the last Saturday. And guess what? October, I'm telling you a ghost story.
Of course, you ain't gonna want to miss it. This is the Miss Scary Movie, true crime. She knows all the true crime stories in the world. She knows all the scary movies, characters in the world. If you want scary, you've come to the right place. So,
all right,
sign up for Patreon, guys.
Until next time, bye. Want to be featured on the show? Email us feedback@keepingitcasualpodcast.com.
Want to win cool stuff? Just rate and review us on Apple Podcasts to get into our monthly giveaways.
Last Wednesday of every month. And for more specialty podcasts and bonus content, join us on patreon.com/keepingitcasualpodcast.
Show you're a keeper on Facebook. You can like the page and join our group.
Tweet at us at KICPod or Instagram at keepingitcasualpodcast.
You can find me anywhere at MJ Radio Diva.
And I'm everywhere at Bree Mixed, BREEMIXED.
And for your one-stop shop, keepingitcasualpodcast.com. Bye.